Yeah, y'all know what it is. It's TK the Poet. You already know, so you ain't gotta. Yeah. Just speaking my truth. This is not a diss song. This is me speaking my truth. My truth might not be your truth, but you know what? This is how I gotta give it up. Yeah, I'm tired of people claiming they my equal. We ain't equal, they can't match my level. You ain't stepping, you ain't a step that. Stop that flexing, ain't no muscle behind that. That's why I draw the line. They can't focus out that, nine that. Yeah, I'm tired of people claiming they my equal. We ain't equal, they can't match my level. You ain't stepping, you ain't a step that. Stop that flexing, ain't no muscle behind that. That's why I draw the line.
Here we are. We have Nick Nova versus The Poet Has Spoken. When I tell you this is God tier, top tier, it might be the devil tier. I don't know. I know it's fire, man. We in the pit right now. It's gonna be fire. We got two fire poets. I'm gonna bring them up, and I want y'all to introduce yourselves. The first poet, I'm gonna bring up Nick. Tell the people who you are and where you from and what team you represent.
So my name is Nick Nova. I come from Memphis, Tennessee, and I represent Bold Words. Let's get it.
Bold words.
Let's get into it.
Okay. Man, the next poet we have up is The Poet Has. I'm gonna let him finish the sentence. Man, tell the people who you are and where you from and what team you represent.
Man, y'all know who it is. It's the poet has spoken, coming from Nashville, but born and raised in DMV. You know I'm repping that bold words and that stick.
So The Poet Has Spoken. Since you've been on the team longer, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the choice of heads and tails. Which one do you want?
Let's go heads.
Let's go. It's tails. Nick Nova. Who you want to go
I'm
first?
gonna go first.
You?
I'm gonna go first.
This is different. Okay,
Nick
first. Nova. It's gonna be on you.
THOT. Thought. Now, did you know it was actually an acronym? Ironic. It's a word used by men to describe a female he would love to get inside, but most likely have to hide, so he only texts after 11:59. Now, this girl don't have a job, not even applying. Now, she claims to be so independent, but she's apparently relying on what others are supplying. Taking pictures in dresses in dressing rooms, knowing she ain't buying. Now, that harlot is a thought, no denying, but the question is why? Before, I didn't know what a thought was, but I had to try. So I figured as an acronym, THOT, maybe it meant they hear only thirst, right? Constantly bombarded by the same game from lames at every party. You see, I've seen the frat boys stomp the yard around the thoughts. I've seen the athletes jock thoughts. I've even seen one of my homegirls pull a thought. But I could have sworn she was a girl before, but before my eyes, she transformed into a guy. Now, I categorize this as an auto thought. We got thoughts in disguise. We even got male thoughts. Broke and don't give a fuck. Big stitches of his friends' ends and his girlfriend's whip, constantly dissed but never giving up, snapping up with empty double cups. So at this point, I figured the word thought could only be negative. But then it was revealed to my dismay that on Valentine's Day, thoughts were getting presents. And even worse, thoughts were getting pregnant. Oh, this was a conundrum I could not run from. As these thoughts thrived in my presence, I witnessed something I was dreading. An epidemic was spreading. When I scrolled down my timeline, I saw a thought wedding. Come on now, are thoughts this special or are they just this deceptive? And then it hit me. Oh yeah, thoughts got a secret weapon. So I analyzed pictures of thoughts all my friends liked a lot, and I gained more knowledge. I admit some were physically flawless. Some were even in college. So their trickery must be produced mentally, but most were just garbage, literally. The results show you got your name for what you decided to wear. You showed the whole world, your whole body. So are we wrong for calling you a thought because we thought you were willing to share? You got a 7-foot sewing in your hair, coining captions that never happened. And Beyonce didn't wake up with all that makeup. You wasn't brought up like this. Shit. So why you put up stuff like this? And guys, why do we put up with stuff like this? But those are just jokes. You see, I don't have to analyze the things I've seen because I already know what it means as an acronym, THOT. Treasure hidden over there. You see, every woman hides a world of wonders. She just keeps it hidden. Often hidden to keep guys from asking for their numbers because they know they're often anxious to hide under covers. Others hide because social media has made them feel homely, tired of being considered only a homie never loved. And when she does love, it's phony. Faced with a lot of, babe, can I have? And babe, can you loan me? But left in debt and left lonely. But guys, the material possession she provides is not the true treasure she hides. Her mind is a diamond. Her heart a ruby. Her perseverance is gold. So don't judge a thought by what you see. Judge that thought by her soul. You can judge a thought by her goals. So for all those who thought thoughts were just tools for pleasure, remember, that's not all she has. You may see junk in her trunk, but it's buried treasure under all that ass. So keep calm and push on because true treasure never rots. And it might be down deep, but digging's the best part. Use my poetry as a map because clearly you forgot that X marks the thought. It's Nick Noble.
Man, y'all know who it is. It's the poet dot has dot spoken, and that's because it hit the spot surgically with the words, rapping bold words. Let's go. Hey, yo, poet, come out and play. Get ready for the war. Grab the 4-4 out the dresser drawer. When you fucking with poet, you know it's on. I come through popping. You more sensitive than a daytime soap opera. I get your body tucked tighter than a couch cushion. Who the fuck you think you pushing? I'm an OG in the game. Why you want to go against the grain? Fucking with my team now. I gotta aim the beam at Nick Nova like a dope thing. Softly, I make the gun speak. Enter into your dome piece. Make your brains leak. With my rhythm of speech, I begin to teach all these little poets how to be just like me. In these streets, you better pack the heat. Always wear the vest to protect the heartbeat. Stay strong, standing on your own 2 feet. All night long, keeping a lookout for the police. Watch your enemies trying to creep. Pop back the hammer on the DE and leave them in pieces. Gangster life is the topic of my thesis. I step to the pulpit, begin the preaching. Flows like a messiah, they calling me Black Jesus. I give you the reason, crucifying's the season. Calling me a young heathen. Fuck with me. I leave you bleeding. Like a fetus, curled up and full of life until death strikes in the middle of the night. See, everything is all right. That's what you feeling. But somebody in the hood and you know they killing. I can hear them guns pilling and I'm tired squilling. Please understand, I'm the man with the plan when shit hits the fan with my fam. I jump up in the van to come and get you, man. To take you on your last dance. Hey, yo, poet. Come out and play.
Fire. Y'all see the background? Fire. What are we talking about? This is a legendary match. A legendary match. The poet has spoken versus Nick Noble. We go ahead and get into these poets real quick, and we're going to see what the judges got to say. I'm going to start with Donnie B. Donnie. Let's tell the people who you are and where you're from and what team you're a part of.
Yo, it's Donnie B. Donnie, holding it down in Dallas, Texas, representing bold motherfucking words.
Man, let's get to it. Man, we're gonna start with the poet has spoken.
Okay.
You have any remarks about his poem?
Remarks? Shit, I hope y'all coming outside to play. Here, you talking about? I hope y'all coming outside, man, because my boy ain't playing. He a battle rapper for real. That's what it sounds like.
Look.
He ready. He on go. He on go.
Look, let's go ahead and get into these the scores real quick. What did you give him for penmanship?
5.
Okay.
That's all day. All day 5.
Believability.
5.
Substance.
A 5. He was touching. He was touching on multiple shit. He had a lot of metaphors, similes in there.
Okay.
I was hearing it.
What about delivery?
Come outside and play. 5. Oh, 5. I'm sorry, that shit hard.
Okay.
What?
All right. Impact. Total impact.
Total impact 5.
Okay. So that's a perfect 25 points from Dunny B. Dunny. Okay, let's go ahead and go with Nick Nova. What did you give him? You got any remarks about his poem?
My boy. If he was to tell this poem somewhere, I'm pretty sure it would amaze everybody. My boy went in talking about a thought. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, he can go one or two ways, but he went both ways. He went positive and negative. Well, negative then positive, and I fuck with that. It give a lot of people to sit back and be like, "What you finna? What you think? You finna talk shit or something?" Like, nah. I got you though.
Right.
Type shit.
Like fire. So what do you have for penmanship?
5.
5. Okay. Believability.
5.
Substance.
I'm gonna stop you right now. My boy had a whole 5. They both was hard. 5.
They all across the board.
All across. 25 for me. 50. 50.
Look,
50.
okay.
It's hard. It's hard to judge because honestly, my boy Nick was talking about women, but then he flipped it to like treasure and beauty and aspect of that. But then my boy the poet, you know what I'm saying? He went into more of an animated but grunt like type shit. Like, and I fuck with both.
Okay. So 25 from Dunny B. Dunny. Man, we're going ahead and go with B. Riz. Tell the people who you are and where you from and what team you represent.
It's your boy B. Rich, straight out of Kansas City, Kansas. Do 7 Records, representing the Diagnosis Clique. How y'all doing out there?
Okay. They doing. Look, we doing good, man. We just had a legendary match. Legendary match. This was fire. So, man, tell me, we're gonna talk about the poet has spoken. You have any words?
Yeah. Well, let me say, I love the competition like always, and it is so many poems that I done heard, and the competition is getting rough, vicious, and like I told everybody before, the scorers and judges, and we're going to get a little more strict and a little more, precise. So that's what I'm going to say. And then when I give my scores, you're going to understand what I'm saying. So let's roll with it.
Okay, man. So let's start with the poet has spoken. What you have for penmanship?
It was a perfect penmanship. I gave him a 5.
Believability.
I gave him a 3 because it is so many titles out there, and then when you coming in a competition and you going against somebody, you got to make them scared. You got to let them know it. I gave him a 3.
Okay. What about substance?
A 4.
Delivery.
Man, I love the way he put it together. I love the sounds and everything. I gave him a 5.
Okay. For total impact?
A 5.
A 5. Okay. So that is a 23. A 23 from B. Rich. Hold on, is that right? Hold on. Let me add it up.
Nah, 22.
22. I wrote it down. I wrote 22 down. I said 23, but wrote down 22. I got it.
Yes,
so
sir.
okay. Let's go ahead and jump to Nick Nova. What words you have for Nick Nova?
I'm glad he gave me something to think about, man. I can't really give him no words. That was pretty cool. Just I would get a little more animated with it if I was him.
Okay.
You gotta have fun with it, and you gotta get gangster with it. I mean,
Okay. So, what do you have for penmanship?
I gave him a 5.
Believability.
I gave him a 4.
For substance.
I gave him a 4.
Okay. For delivery.
I gave him a 5 because it was nice how he put it together. I gave him a 5.
Okay. But what about impact?
I gave him a 4.
Gave him a 4. Okay. So that is a total score of 22. 22 for Nick Nova. Okay. Appreciate it, Be Rich. We're gonna go ahead and go into TK the Poet. TK the Poet, it's on you. What did you have? Well, they both was fire. The Poet had spoken, had bars. Nick Nova came with the thought process. You can have, which one do you want? You want to think about it like this, or you want to think about it like that? So he gave a cool, story on both sides. So I'm kind of torn, but I'm gonna get into these scores real quick. So I'm gonna start with the Poet has spoken. The Poet has spoken. So for penmanship, I gave him a 5. For believability, I gave him a 4. For substance, I gave it a 4. For delivery, I gave it a 5. For impact, I gave it a 4. For the total score of 22 for me, from TK the Poet. Now let's go ahead and jump to Nick Nova. Nick Nova, fire. For penmanship, I gave you a 4. For believability, I gave you a 4. For substance, I gave you a 4. For delivery, I gave you a 4. For impact, I gave it a 3. So with the total score of 19. Okay, so Zoe Zahn, he gave all 5s to the Poet has spoken, then all 5s to Nick Noah with her total score of being 25. My bad, y'all. I got it. We here. We finna get into these scores. We finna tally them up and see who will come away with the dub today. I mean, even though they both on the same team, so it's a win-win either way it go. We just want them to put up points today. So, we're going to get into these numbers real quick. So for TK the Poet, he gave, the Poet has spoken, a 22. He gave, B Rich gave a 22. Dunny B Dunny gave a 25, and Zoe Zahn gave a number of 25. So that's a total number of 94. 94 for the Poet has spoken. Let's go ahead and get into Nick Nova. I gave him a 19. B Rich gave him a 22. Dunny B Dunny gave him 25. And Zoe Zahn gave him 25 with the total score of 91. So with that being said, the Poet has spoken. We're going to go ahead and bring them up real quick, and we're going to bring both of them up real quick, and we're going to get into this real quick. We have Nick Nova. The Poet has spoken in a close battle decided by 3 points. 3 points. We have 94-91. Let's talk about it. How do y'all feel about it, man?
Oh, I'm good, man. I love the feedback. And I'm gonna take that and just put it to the rest of the season. And bold words, we up in here.
Look, bold words put up points. Nick,
Bold
what you think?
words.
What do you think about the Poet?
Oh man, he snapped, especially with how he started off with hitting the cup with the sound. Like that's beautiful. That's putting more into the poetry. Like I love that.
I appreciate that, bro.
Look,
I like the way that you flipped that, because I was all like, about time somebody said it, and then you was like, I was like, oh, all right, about time somebody said it.
Yeah, for sure. I get both responses after I perform that one. For sure.
Yeah.
Look, man, that was fire. Like, look, y'all set the stage high. This is a high standard.
Let's go. It's bold word. We racking up points for the team
already.
Yeah, y'all just made it hard for the rest of the people that's coming up next. Because with that performance, look, they better come with it.
Come with it.
This was both of the GOATs. This is God level. Look, come on, let's talk about it.
They better get it together. It's bold word. We're going crazy.
Look,
for sure. Congratulations, bro.
Number.
Appreciate that, bro.
Look, I appreciate both y'all coming up here, man. We're finna go ahead and get into the next match. Nick Nova, the Poet has spoken. Bold word in a bitter. Let's go.